In this episode, we drive one of the most dangerous roads in the country. And our brakes start to fail coming down a mountain. Good morning. Welcome to day 21. Been here a couple of days in this beautiful camp spot, Cowboy Camp, not far from Dead Horse Point State Park and Canyonlands. It's incredible. We're going to leave today. So we've just crossed into Colorado.
Colourful Colorado.
With a nice brown sign. It's just incredible. So different, more different scenery. It's just different everywhere you go. Very colourful. We're going to start heading north along the scenic byway, but now we've decided to head across to Durango, visit my cousin. We'll have a look at Mesa Verde National Park on the way, and then we're going to do the $1 Million Highway. So we're just leaving the town of Cortez. We stayed last night at the Walmart. This morning we got some stuff done. We got some laundry done, got our sheets and everything all washed. We gave Roger a wash. He much needed it after all that red dust all over him. Our bikes got a wash. It's just been a quiet day, and now we're heading off to Durango. Just entering the Mesa Verde National Park. A lot of cliff dwellings and stuff here. And we're just at the first overlook. Look, this is incredible. It goes up to about over 8,000 feet. So this here was the original road through. Imagine driving your car through there. Back in 1911, I guess there wouldn't have been too much traffic in those days. There's snow up here. There's still snow that's not melted. I guess we are quite high. So along here, all these trees have been destroyed by fire from lightning strikes. Gives it a kind of moody feel, doesn't it? Whew, a bit puffed walking up there. We're at the highest point here, which is about 8,500 feet.
But it was lit. We're above the snow line, look.
Snow down there. Wow, but isn't this incredible? So we're right on the edge of the Rockies here. That's the San Juan Mountains, which are part of the Rockies. And out there, that dip on the skyline, that's Canyonlands, where we were the other day. I think 8,500 feet is probably the highest we've been on this trip. Just stopping to look at a pit house, AD 600. I'm not sure what a pit house is, but I'm sure we'll find out. This is the remains of a pit house, where ancestral Pueblo farmers lived here year-round during freezing winters and hot summers. Pit houses were early forms of dwelling, dug into the ground and covered with timber and earth, providing shelter from the harsh elements. The family pit house had a central fireplace used for cooking, heating and light. Later on, between the 6th and 12th centuries, they made more elaborate structures such as these cliff dwellings. The structures were built using sandstone blocks, mortar made from local soil, and wooden beams. Some of the rooms were multiple stories high. If you want to walk around the cliff dwellings, you have to book a tour.
Good morning and welcome to day 22. A lovely night at Mesa Verde. What a beautiful view to look at, wake up to. We have a fire pit, table and a food locker because there may be bears around. After I made the coffee, I'm going to be off to Durango to meet up with the cousins. Maybe spare a day or two there, and then I'll be starting our journey up to Alaska.
So our brakes are very spongy this morning. We're not sure why. We just had them checked and they said they were fine. They were fine last night, so we're going to have to go and try and get someone to look at them. There was no cell phone coverage on the mountain, so we headed for the visitor centre, where we could call a mechanic for advice or be towed back to Cortez if need be. So they're working, just not very well and a bit spongy. There's a town of Cortez, which we were at yesterday. It's about 8 miles back. Don't know whether it's safe to drive there or not. Mike put his hazard lights on and drove down the mountain using mainly his gears. It was steep with hairpin turns and sheer drop-offs. I'm not going to lie, it was pretty terrifying. As we drove into the visitor centre, what happened next was completely unexpected. We made it to the visitor centre, hoping they'd have a phone we could ring to see if we could drive it or not. And we just happened to pull in next to a mobile mechanic, believe it or not. He was just parked in the visitor centre. So we asked his advice. He had a quick look and the rear brake cylinder's gone. So he's going to fix it for us. He's gone back into Cortez to grab us a new cylinder and he's going to replace it for us. Alright, so the brakes are fixed. It was a bit of luck just pulling into the visitor centre and mobile mechanic was there, able to help. It was just as well we got it fixed too.
If the brake fluid run out, we would have lost our brakes completely.
It's pretty scary. Just hope we're going to be okay getting over to Durango and then the $1 Million Highway. But he was really good, eh? His name's Joe from High Country Mobile Mechanic. If you ever break down around this area or need help, just give him a call. Yeah, in Cortez. We made it to Durango no problem and caught up with my long lost cousin Mel and her husband Mitch. There was a storm rolling into Colorado and we were advised to sit tight in Durango before driving over the $1 Million Highway. Thankfully, we were able to park in Mel and Mitch's driveway and sit out the storm. And we even had some snow. While we were there, we watched the Silverton steam train.
Good morning. Lovely, beautiful blue sky morning here in Durango. I see a train, a steam train, back to my era.
We just found a nice little spot to stop and film the train. What a beautiful day. Look at this.
God, it's quite warm.
The Silverton steam train is a historic train which offers scenic rides between Durango and Silverton through stunning mountain scenery. Prices start from around $100 and it's a 3.5 hour one-way trip from Durango to Silverton. We're just leaving Durango. We were being holed up for a few days waiting for a storm to pass over the mountains. And now today we're going to do the $1 Million Highway. And we go up to an elevation of about 11,000 feet. I don't think anybody actually knows why it's called the $1 Million Highway. Some people say it cost $1 million to build back in the early days. Other people say it cost $1 million per mile. But apparently it's supposed to be quite a dangerous road with sheer drop-offs. I'm kind of lucky we got those brakes fixed the other day. They say it's a dangerous road because there are no barriers on it, and that's to help with the snow plows. So the snow plows can come along and just shuffle the snow off the edge. That's why it doesn't have any barriers. So we're currently at 10,640 feet. Probably why there's so much snow here. Avalanche area. This is really incredible and a little bit scary. It's just like driving through a winter wonderland, except it's not winter. So we've just got as far as Silverton. Took us about just over an hour. I think Durango, normally it's an hour, but we're just taking our time, not using our brakes going downhill and stuff like that. Mine was just putting it in low gear. This is Silverton, Colorado, which is also the destination of the steam train we saw in Durango yesterday. It was a mining town in 1874 during the Colorado silver boom. It sits at 9,318 feet above sea level and has a population of around 700. The $1 Million Highway, which runs between Silverton and Ouray, is one of the most dangerous roads in the country. Now for the start of the $1 Million Highway. We're currently at 10,000 feet. We're going to go up as high as 11,000. Bearing in mind New Zealand's highest mountain is just over 12,000 feet. Just to give a bit of context to what we're doing. This is just so pretty through here. Bit of snow just fell down there. It might go avalanche, but it wasn't. It's just a bit of snow falling. Getting colder as we're heading higher. It's amazing, it's white with snow. It's just like winter, but it's not. Crazy. I think we must have reached the highest point now because we're on our way down, 11,000 feet. Thought we'd come out and take a look at some snow close up. We don't see it very often. Oh, I made it all dirty. He's gonna throw it at me. Missed. Oh, it's nice and soft.
Hey, no. Stop it to hit me.
Okay, the obligatory snowball fight done. But yeah, it's nice and soft, the snow. It's all... Look at that.
It is, but the thing is though, it just forms into an ice ball.
Ow! That hurt. At least I flew mine. Mine was all fluffy. Oh, that's it. Just went through the avalanche tunnel. There's fallen rocks all over the place here. It actually looks terrifying when you see the drop off down that side. I'm kind of glad we're on the cliff side in a way. I think I know why they call it the $1 Million Highway. It's because of the $1 Million views. The road goes all the way around there.
Just stopped at this waterfall, and there's another one over the other side as well. And look at that drop off down there.
Just stopped at the overlook, overlooking the town of Ouray, nestled in the mountains. No, it wasn't really scary at all. Maybe if you trust your driving capabilities and your driver's capabilities, you'll be fine. And Mike actually barely used his brakes going over there. He just put it down the gears, which is what you need to do. Otherwise, you might find you burn your brakes out if you're not careful. So we're just in Ouray, which is also known as the Little Switzerland of Colorado. When you watch, I don't know if you've watched The Ranch on Netflix, at the beginning of it looks down on Ouray from up there where we just took the photo.
Brand new street and brand new me. Side by friends I need. Don't you tell me that you're in town, I already know.
It's about the only way we'll ever get Mike on skis.
Hey, now that our names are written in stone, let's be honest, sounds like home. Still I'm here alone and I'm calling your phone. I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I wish I could dream about somebody.
After Ouray, we drove the Unawip-Tabagochi Highway, which runs all the way to Grand Junction. We stopped off at a freedom camping spot in Uravan, a ghost town from the mining days. Look at this beautiful campsite, it's free. There's a table and chairs, a shelter. Join us in the next episode where we continue driving the scenic byway, see dinosaur bones, and end up in Wyoming. All alone, don't eat me beer.